Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Iyanda Siraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. I hope that I'm finding you well and in good spirits. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is my divine pleasure to share this space with you for sure. It's raining outside. We're hard at work, cleansing, refreshing, slowing things down a little bit. Yeah. All right, water signs. It looks like I feel like there is success after a feeling of, let me say it like this. You have successfully navigated, purposely set traps, okay, of your own making. You know, you self-sabotaged or in your mind, a lot of like confidence things, traps that you set for yourself because of your own confidence, lack of confidence, right? Or ego, right? Anyway. Also, water signs, it feels as if you could be someone who is moving out of the influence of blockages intentionally set. I don't know. I just said that twice, but okay. Woo, all right. You got the Magician in reverse, and you have the Six of Wands upright. To me, this feels like something that could have gotten out of hand, or it's now out of your hands. Now it's above you, right? To bring victory to the situation. Only the powers to have what it takes to bring the situation to victory. All right. But you should have peace in the knowing right now that victory has been called. Like it's like called already. It's already called. The fight is already, is that how they say it? The fight is called. They call the race, something like that. It's already been announced. Water signs. It's already being announced. What side has been successful, what you are choosing, who the victor is, okay? There was a lot of things being pulled together, a lot of elements working up against you. And right now, I think you're falling this week. You're going to be kind of like falling from under the influence of either past failures, mistakes, things that didn't work out for you, disappointments, right? Falling from under this influence and moving more into remembering that you can bring forth success. You can produce success. You can have it, right? I also feel like, too, the improper use of your elements before. You've gone through this journey of misusing elements, whether you did it knowingly or unknowingly, but you weren't using them in a way, in a combination, right, to get maximum results. All right. So now you have that knowledge and that wisdom this week. For some of you, this is a medication routine or regimen. I also feel like, too, if you are an herbalist, you could be receiving downloads this week for remedies. I also feel, too, this week you could be acknowledged as someone who has an answer for something, okay, who has a solution for something very specific, okay? I heard reluctance. There's a reluctance to recommend you, or a reluctance to, okay, so maybe you've gone through a journey of people questioning you if you were really capable, or if you were living up to your titles and things like that. Regardless of whether that be the case or not, now you're being shown as a person who is trustworthy, or who can get the job done. So if people have not, maybe not speaking against you, but maybe people have just been doubting, like, I don't know if that's real, or if he or she can do that, or they did, they didn't have faith. There wasn't a foundation of faith. Okay. And that's okay in some situations, right? Either way, I think through your dedication, you've not only shown that you know something, but also that your heart is in it, and that you do it with a from a heart-centered place. Because this horse, the drapery is green. Okay. So, and that's heart centered. So that means that whatever journey or what path you're on, I feel like the horse is white as well. So it's instinctual, it's intuitive, it's heart driven or heart led. And that is your motive. Okay. That's your motive. I also feel too, this is two polarities, instead of kind of like a joint energy. I feel like it's a choice of two different paths. Okay. Because you could manipulate a situation through many means, physically, saying certain things, energetically, spiritually. You can try to manipulate things to go your way, or you can apply what you have. You can admit when you don't know something, so that you have the doors open to learn it. All these different ways, but either way, you're learning that this heart-centered approach was much, which it would be, you're glad that you chose this approach. That's it. You're glad that you chose the heart-centered approach, because it was the approach that led to success. And you are not the only person who's having this thought. Now other people are seeing you, and of course it's validated or verified that you are indeed, I guess, an honorable source. And then also, that means that if anyone who is speaking and saying otherwise, then those people are now being seen. The magician in reverse would say that manipulation tactics, so we don't know why. We don't need to know why. All we need to know is that we learned what we were supposed to learn, and that we have been successful in journeying whatever it was that we were journeying. Don't get caught up in the why. That's where you'll get stuck. Okay. We got the Nine of Pentacles clarifying, the Emperor. Yeah, so basically the Emperor here is saying two messages to me. One, you're reclaiming authority over your, like, I'm hearing sovereignty, but you're claiming authority over your process and your things that you build. Not giving your power away, and then allowing somebody to take credit for your thing, your creation. Okay. But then on the other end, it says the Nine of Pentacles has taught you, or you've come to this place of the Nine of Pentacles of self relying on self a little more, trusting self, also knowing that you have all the elements available to you. Okay. You're confident that everything you need to succeed, you already have. You embody it, not on that cliche level, but literally, this is people who don't really need a group of people to get things done. Okay. You don't need a group of people to get things done. You can outsource however you need to or whatever, but this is one of those things where people are literally what they call self-made. Okay. And that's how it's intended to be. For some people, not everybody is meant to do that, but for some people it's intended that they walk alone and embrace people as they journey along, but not necessarily carrying people along with them. Okay. That's exactly what it would turn into, carrying people along with you. So that's why you're not supposed to be doing that. Okay. So let's see. And maybe an epiphany for you guys this week. The King of Swords in reverse would mean that this is a very objective, like, you're just being very objective about this, or is that the right word to use? You're going to be very clear cut about this. You're not going to waver on it, because you know what the outcome when you do the other thing. So you're like, why not try this new thing? Knight of Swords, the Moon in reverse, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so yeah, so there's definitely some news coming in. So this Six of Wands could also be that somebody the mailman or somebody is bringing in news to you pretty quickly, about something that's been held. I also feel like with the moon in reverse and the magician in reverse, that would speak to dark magic, or just nefarious actions, things that were working against you. Okay, so it doesn't have to be spell work per se, but it could be rumors, it could be anything ill intended. Okay, so this week it looks like a message could be coming to you, a message to come, about something that was happening while you about it's almost like elements that were working against you, and maybe you didn't necessarily know. Man, it's actually the same message that who was that? Fire signs, the last one we did. Fire signs had a similar message about getting through something without really knowing everything that was working against you. If you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there. Like, that's the type of energy. It's like you just kept going. You kept going, trusting your heart, trusting what you were intuitively being given. And it's like you just kept going. You were having some difficulties, but it's almost like you were processing through and you got out before it could really rain down, like before it could really hit or something like that. So that's an interesting energy. And then you have the Eight of Wands. So that's some quickness, real quickness, messages coming in, about all types of things. Shoot. I also feel like too, a decision, some type of decision being made, like that can help you move forward. And I'm also hearing get you to safety. Compassion, okay. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Okay, so again, that green cloak of heart-centered movement is saying that whatever comes up during this time, that same energy is what you're supposed to employ. Okay, that same energy is what you're supposed to employ. I'm also feeling like 2 days, 1 or 2 days from now, I guess, you might receive something, and you won't I don't think you'll necessarily have time to react like in private, or like, without people's eyes on you, or without affecting the situation. So it's saying prepare yourself now to react in the best way possible, not fake, but this is the reason we have foresight. This is the reason we have psychic ability, so that we can reflect on the different things we'll need, the tools that we'll need to pack to be ready for whatever this is, right? The tools you need to pack to be prepared. Breathe, okay? Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy to release old patterns. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. Okay, beautiful energy. So I do feel that it's saying that it's asking you, divine order is showing up down here too, and peace. So I mean, honestly feel like that's what I was saying about kind of like feeling prepared, feeling like, whenever this thing is in your face, that you can give it a balanced look, okay. So the Lovers here. So I mean, I guess it's coming with some type of choice maybe, and you need to be level-headed. You need to be in your body to make this choice. Have faith in your dreams. I love it. So excuse me, waxing crescent moon, that tells me that you're getting ready to move around. You're getting ready to make a move of some sort, and you're supported right now, mostly because of the tower moment that's already taking place around you. Okay, I think adjustments are required. Okay, so now you might have to change up your plans just a little bit, because maybe people have information, or maybe there's, maybe information is leaked or whatever. It's just saying you might have to switch up your thing a little bit, and to move out of this. Release negativity is here with full moon in Scorpio. So basically I'm hearing that anything that you started, any journey that you started to release or heal something with that moon in Scorpio, I'm telling you, it's saying that that's closing or culminating now. And there is a sense of success. So, but don't 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 be naive. Like just go into it. And I don't know if naive is the right word, but just be prepared for emotional like kind of triggers or to be kind of caught off guard and having to think on the fly. Okay. So don't be surprised with that. The self-sabotage. Okay, that came back out. Self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Okay, hold on. Let's see what else comes out. Dreams, the collective good, and illusions. Okay, yeah. So trust and strategizing. Okay, so there does feel like there's a blessing here. Beyond whatever type of manipulations or anything that may be going on whatever level in any form, it does feel like there is a sense of fulfillment that's coming, success, victory that's on its way to you, a change in perspective, a change in outlook, not just in your mind, but literally a materialized potential. Okay, right in front of you, ready for you to go. I'm also feeling like, too, don't allow your fears to overtake you during this time regarding a new beginning. I do feel like not necessarily reconciliation, but like a new beginning, a leap of faith. Don't allow any fears or even just lingering negativity, thinking you need to close up, tie up loose ends. Just take the leap, because I feel like a lot of you are being guided to just leap. I'm hearing that big for Cancer. I'm hearing that real big for Cancer. Okay, that's it. They don't want to give me no more cards. Okay, so let's see. Divination of the ancients. Okay, I'm seeing this little dragon, like a kimono dragon. Is that what that's called? Kimono dragon. Also, water signs, there is a neatness to this process, like a strategy to this process. Everything is in its place. I literally didn't do this with any other deck, any other group that I did this, but all of these cards are literally lined up and stacked like very neatly. I didn't do that with any of the groups. And y'all know how I like to read the omen. So it feels like all of these things have been put in place. Even people who thought that they were working against, they were put in place as a stepping stone, as a stepping stone. Any energies, I use people just because it's easier for people to understand, but any energy, situation, whatever was put in place thinking that it had a certain purpose, but then it was, it was helping to step up. So there is a sense of building up on something, a foundation, as well as things being organized or orchestrated. Okay. And then spontaneity came. So it really it's almost like no matter how random you think this is, it's not random. Sensitivity. So there is a sense of some type of foresight here. Maybe a contract too. Sensitivity would say that their sensitivity talks about ESP, extrasensory perception. So maybe you could be picking up on this energy already, or have been picking up on it for a little while, maybe since the Scorpio moon. But we also have mastery here. So I do feel like your intuitive senses are mastered, or whatever you have recently been working on is mastered. Thunder and lightning power, and it actually is thundering and lightning right now. So there's definitely a sense of sensitivity to your senses. Okay. Sensitivity in your senses. Also, so maybe a thin veil for somebody right now with the dreams coming through. All right, let's see what else. Karmic astrology, what you want to tell us? Just go in whatever order I want to go in, apparently. Even though, so it's like chaos, planned, organized chaos. Karmic. The karmic would just say that this is a person who has ulterior motive against you, right? Fifth house. This is solar plexus energy again. Confidence. I don't know what this is about, but also talking about okay. The card talks about talks about how you enjoy your free time, how you express your creativity, or the lack thereof. So it's funny because remember how I said even when stones are thrown at you, they kind of add it to you or created like another pathway for you. This is kind of what this is. So any type of things, blockages that you ended up in, you unlocked something every time. Okay. And I also, who else was there talking about that? I think it was Astro Queen. Astro Queen, she said something about every time somebody tries to attack you during these rituals and stuff that they do, they draw down the spirits closer to you, and then you end up gaining. Okay. All right. Then you end up gaining more power, you know, new guides and all this different stuff. So they bring these energies down on you, and the energies like you. Um, there's also this meme that floats around on the internet on the internet, dormtainment. I don't know. Anyway, if anybody knows about dormtainment, but that just made me think about, he was like shaking something on the internet, something done it on the internet. I don't know. I think it was like shake that. Oh, shake that. It's on the internet. Okay. Anyway, there's this meme on the internet that talks about basically like demons becoming your friends or something like that. Like, and honestly, it's something like that, to where negativity that was sent to you, even people who were given negative negative guidance about you or feedback about you, are magnetized towards you. Okay, let's go then. That's energy. Yeah, so basically with the fifth house, it says it's ruled by Leo. So your confidence. Okay, so it would make, okay, ooh, remember we were talking about mirrors? No, y'all don't remember that because that wasn't y'all. That was earth signs maybe. Anyway, it was talking about, we were talking about mirror magic, okay? People doing mirror magic on you, putting you in boxes and stuff like that. Y'all know I really don't know that much, but of what I listen to and learn via readings and things like that. And I have a couple books, but I learn a lot just from my study and my readings. So, and other people's readings that I listen to too. Just to be clear. But Leo is your ego. It talks. Okay. So with the mirror boxes, it can make you seem the opposite of what you really are. So if you are confident, it will make you seem arrogant. If you are result driven, it will make you seem greedy. If you were a collective person wanting to pull people together and help everybody, it would make you seem like a needy vampire or something like that. So it's almost like there is this image swap, but the magician is in reverse now. So whatever manipulation towards your image was there is lifting. Now again, this energy of teaching lessons. So that came up very specifically in that reading that was before, to teach you a lesson. So we also have elixirs and mixtures, plant essences. Let's see. All right. So that puts a very specific energy in my mind, person in my mind specifically. Either way, this is what this is talking about. You know, it's just talking about the return of your power. Okay. I just saw Saturn. So, that thunder and lightning keep hitting right at the right time, yo. You know, it just further lets me know that even the things that were presented to me this morning upon rising, are it's this very situation. You know, my son is a water sign, so my son is Scorpio, a water sign. So you know, when it comes to identity or, you know, that kind of thing, I do feel like that was something that came up for me today. And this is a very good message. I'm grateful. What else do we have here to add for the water signs? I know it's kind of broken up right now. And you guys, as I finish clearing out some of the stuff that has been being sent to me, I'm just grateful for y'all's patience as my channels clear up more. And because they definitely are reopening. They are. My intuitive ability is expanding right now, and I'm coming out of a lot of like spiritual attacks. So, you know, I just thank you guys for being patient, you know, as I work through it, all the scatterbrained energy and all of that, it's because of that. If you guys go back and watch my readings from a year ago, 2 years ago, you'll see that there was a major shift in just the energy. So, hey baby, that's just for you guys too, to see a visual kind of like how the energy can subtly change, and people don't even realize it. I didn't realize it. Other people don't realize it either. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. It's all good. I love it. It's all good. What's this other one that says I just want to come out? Feminine energy. Yeah, it's all good, because not only our okay, I think this is very specific. I'm sorry, but if you guys follow Astro Queen, then please go watch her. I only watch her Libra and Scorpio readings anyway, so it's like if you feel like this resonates with you, what I'm talking about, then go listen to it. Because she talked about drawing down high-powered feminine ancestors and deity that end up being your support after people have tried to call on them to do ill things to you. Okay, so that sucks. What we got here? Playing games and the root cause. Root cause is jealousy, envy, lack of self-esteem, with the fifth house card coming here. Lack of self-esteem, jealousy about your creative perspective outlooks, your uniqueness, your eccentricity. That's the root cause, okay? And whatever. Twin stars, see, members only, community. Again, try to keep you out of something because people are just, I cannot. Anyway, try to keep you out of a community. With twin stars here, it's because you have a direct source. The twin stars, I mean, this for me, when I wrote it, it was referencing Orion. We're well aware that there's more than two, but there's Sirius A, Sirius B is our main ones, right? So the twin stars, that's what we're referring to, Sirius. And I'm a Sirian starseed. So it's kind of like I'm a nomad of the galaxy, but Sirius. I'm a Syrian human, and if you Google Syrian human, then that'll give you an understanding about what that means. Okay, so and what that means is, as far as like my existence here, a lot of it is war tactics. It creates a little kind of stirring in environments to bring up what needs to be brought up. Not in it's kind of karmic. That's why, I use in my title, I use on Instagram, karmic agent. It's mostly because there's a balancing that is my priority, to assist with. So anyway, let's keep going. Members only community. So remember, they're trying to keep you out. Root cause is, you're building this community. And I feel like either a person felt like they wasn't being included in the way they wanted to be included. So they tried to play games or whatever, but it's just, they try to get into a club that you were already in by pushing you out of the club. Okay, that don't even make no sense. That don't even make no sense. Divine timing is showing up. Okay, so what is the Cancer energy talking about? Emmy asleep? Cancer energy says answer the call. Okay, so I just heard answer your mama's phone call. Okay. Education. Somebody has something they want to teach you. They have information for you. Just answer the phone call. Trade. They're hoping to get something from you too, though. Ooh, excuse me. Say no. You don't have it. No, you don't have it. Okay. No, you don't have it. Growth, knitting and crochet, and the number 10. Knitting and crochet. All right, well, I also feel like you're ready to close this cycle. You're ready to be able to say no and close these people out. identify situations, things, everything as what it is, and to treat it accordingly. Knitting and crochet, I feel like that's something that's very much trial and error. I feel like, even even the best knitters and crocheters typically end up with some little something that they can't not do. You know what I'm saying? Like if they end up with this little loom at a little wide circle at the beginning of their thing, then it's like that's something that always happens. They've never figured out how to do that. So this is really a trial and error thing. You are closing this cycle because we have the number 10 here. Finally graduating with education showing up. It's time to move on. So definitely a graduation out of something after all this epiphany comes to you, because honestly, once you come to understand everything that's been happening, it honestly feels like you're just gonna go build a whole nother life. Emotional offer. When I focus on me. Yeah, see, when I focus on me, that's actually a lyric from the Oshun song called Me, where they say something about I see pleasure increase when I focus on me, or I see something increase when I focus on me. So that's kind of what's going to happen, is that, what you realize is that people that you fed into just things that you were doing, or just dealing with people. Now I'm hearing this thing that I wrote. I say practicing patience with these beings should be a sport. Awarding Olympic gold for my efforts. So that's saying a lot about what you said about, kind of like just going away and just being with yourself, and not on a I'm running away because I can't deal with these people, but kind of though, like why would I continue to put myself into low vibing energy fields when I can just go somewhere and be with myself? You know what I'm saying? I know my energy is good. So this is actually, I don't know, but this is a big thing, but I'm picking up on it being a question of humanity. Like, is humanity good or bad? Like, this must be some big, what's the word? Existential crisis. Existential. Anyway, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Some big crisis where it's like, is this world good or bad? Are people good or bad? And somebody might just be coming to terms with the fact that, I don't know, everybody holds with them the capacity to be a wholly good person or a wholly bad person, right? But in general, none of us are just one or the other, right? So there's something about an epiphany of sorts about this. It comes after, a significant experience with manipulation and some type of hurt or whatever. But the gift is the lessons. So try to count it all joy. Let's close you guys' message out here with a card from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The goal of this message is to give you a tool to work with this week to really maximize the energies present for you, to really kind of like make the most of the week. Oh, a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's gross. Okay. Ew. Warm jelly. Warm peanut butter. I don't know. Develop a personal mission statement. We talked about mission, calling, purpose. Write down your philosophy of life, focusing on what you want to be, a character, and do contributions and achievements. Okay, let's go back. Write down your philosophy of life, focusing on what you want to be, which would be a character, and do, which would be your contributions and achievements. And then on the values or principles on which being and doing are based. Okay. So this really okay. So one, develop a personal mission statement about who you want to be and what you want to do. Okay. Now, I feel like this is an energy that is inspired around you. Okay. You are bringing this. You've allowed people to see that Okay, so some people around you are learning a lesson about how much energy they put into jealousy, competition, and things like that, and that energy could be channeled into promoting and progressing themselves. Okay, so I mean, past an illusion, because sometimes people do things just to put on a show for other people. So this is talking about really succeeding or putting effort in your life to succeed past the illusion. Okay, and then I also feel like this is saying that you have been an inspiration in your environment, even though it's manifested so many different ways and birthed into the situation through like jealousy and envy and things like that, competition, right? Now it did also say down here on the values or principles on which being and doing are based. So this is talking about kind of like the whys, like what things do I draw from, what energies and philosophies do I draw from that feed into me wanting to be this thing or feed into me wanting to do this thing. Okay, so and it also wants you to look at what is being and what is doing. Okay, so when you are doing this thing, does it automatically mean that you are being this thing? When you are being this, does that mean that you are doing this? All right, so it's kind of like the one thing that comes to my mind is about the word Christian. A Christian is a state of being, right? It's a state of being, not necessarily a thing that you do, but you can exemplify being a Christian by doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, so those are principles, and you can't get stuck in one or the other when it comes to, oh, I am a Christian, and then forget about the doing that allows you to be in that place or in that position or in that category, right? Some things don't require you to be anything, but to live and do things that bring happiness to you. So you don't have to be anything. Nothing is a great thing to be. Nothing is a great thing to be. And I needed to say that again, I guess, for y'all. So yeah, that's that. All right, so that's it. I think that's the end of the message for you guys. I mean, and honestly, I do feel like you are reflecting to people more of what they want to be and what they want to do, more like an example. Remember with this card here, there's being like praise, even like just acknowledgement of who you are, what you do in the community. But it also feels like there is a sense of when you write this down or when you do this week, write down this philosophy, you will be highlighting what you've already accomplished. By writing this out, you'll be seeing for yourself how you are already that, you're already being those things, doing those things. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. That was great. I think I did everything. If I didn't, I apologize. Peace, guys. Peace, going.